Horizon Zero Dawn. This is gonna be like, hopefully part of a long series. I'm gonna be streaming for about an hour. You're not gonna really see that unless you want to. Let me know in the comments below. But I'm gonna be trying to chop this up into probably like 15, maybe 30-minute little snippets. So I'm just gonna jump right in.
Aloy! Aloy!
Okay, so now a lot of this isn't really going to be covered because the whole like 6 years ago thing was covered in the intro to the game before you even press start and anything. So that's Aloy.
You're quite the gatherer, aren't you?
She is
Now go and see if
an
you can
outcast.
find some mom.
Not sure why. She just is. Hopefully that's explained at some point in the game. And due to the fact that she's
Well
an
done,
outcast,
that's a good boy.
she's kind of like shunned from the greater tribe. Which
Children.
sucks.
Come with me.
But shit.
She's
It
an
is what it is.
outcast, to be shunned. There. Oh, come on.
Know what I find weird about like Aloy's design? Well, like the younger Aloy, she kind of looks like the children from Skyrim. So that's just a little observation. Doesn't really have anything to do with the game. To actually take it back, I can talk a bit, having played the game for a little while already. Because like a lot of the things that kind of derailed my train of thought, they no longer really shock me.
Hear me.
But it is gonna suck not really seeing like my reaction to a lot of these things for the first time. But I guess them's the breaks.
Looks tight, but I can get through. This must be a ruin of the metal world. One of the old places.
Well, I mean, you can get my reaction to that, like the metal world. Like I hear metal world, and I'm like, what? Like I'm gonna sit here and prognosticate a little and whatnot. Just like looking at this game and having like a basic cursory idea of what this game is, I would have thought that it was set like in I'd say like medieval times or something. But then you see like this sewer system. It's like a postmodern kind of thing. Like this whole thing, like this underground laboratory kind of look, it makes me think that it's like post-apocalypse
Ross
maybe.
said never go in places like this.
Like maybe it could even take place in the future. I don't know. I like that it's like futuristic yet old and like rustic, and that's pretty awesome. It's just like from an imagery standpoint and an aesthetic. Is that still a cool meme? Like is that still a cool meme? Like, do people even listen to Vaporwave anymore? I don't know. But like the general aesthetic, it's just it's cool. Now I'm never gonna, like, just because I made that reference, I'm never gonna be able to say the word aesthetic without bringing up like Vaporwave.
There's something up ahead.
This is pretty cool imagery. It's like, yeah, look at that. Those are, well, it's been a long enough time for these things to, you know, like, calcify and whatnot. Like, completely overtaken by the mountain. So it's gotta be like maybe 100 or so years from modern day, probably even more than that. Whether we get an answer for that one way or another, I doubt it. I'm not supposed to be up here. I got
There's something shiny there.
Now this part is pretty cool. Aloy kind of gets a sentient guitar pick that does stuff. I don't care what anybody says, that's a guitar pick. 100%. It's a guitar pick or a 3D Dorito from like the 90s. Which they should really bring back. I mean, come on. This is a bit off topic, but like, why the hell not? It's like, I'm gonna be recording for an hour, so I may or may not, like, this may or may not make it into the final video, but they should totally bring back 3D Doritos. I went to my corner store the other day, and now they've got, like, Doritos nuts? Nobody wants that. Dorito, like, I get the Doritos or Frito-Lay, whatever company owns Doritos. They're experimenting with new things, but Dorito-covered peanuts, not what we want. Not what we want at all.
Maybe this device I found can help.
Okay, now back to Horizon. Like,
how do I get it open? More lights. A shape. It's connected to the door somehow.
Hollow locks. In the future, we will have holographic locks, which will be just as annoying as modern day padlocks. It's like, it's really bringing up those vibes. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. Okay, so yeah, I can genuinely react to that. I mean, because the first time I came here, I was just pressing buttons. I didn't know, like, I didn't see that in the corner right there that shows you how the lock is supposed to actually look. I sat here for like five minutes. I'm not an idiot. I sat here for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what exactly the thing wanted me to do.
It changed color.
Like, I'm totally not an idiot, I swear. I just have a tendency to miss details. You know, I would buy a game that was just like this. Like,
The door changed color too.
you're running through like different cave systems and whatnot. I hope that's something that we actually get to do later in the game. That would be pretty cool, like running through cave systems. Can I not interact with that? Oh, okay. I guess not.
Director Evans, flash traffic from USRC. Black quartz encryption. I've routed the message to your hologrid for viewing.
way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but we can still have a party, right? Sure we can.
Show me. Show me again.
I can do. He's right behind you.
I don't really get this scene, but
Happy birthday, Isaac.
if I'm allowed
Daddy
to
sure does
prognosticate
love his
again,
little big man.
I think that
Look,
this
Daddy
guy,
can't be
this
there with you and
unknown
Mom,
man,
but we can still have
he
a
was
party,
one of
right?
the scientists that
Sure we
worked here
can.
at some point. And like, this is like a little hollow message to his
Daddy
wife
sure
and kid.
does love his little big man.
That's pretty cool. Because it kind of goes for like, it goes a long way for like world building and stuff. It also means that like we'll have lazy parenting even in the year 20 whatever. Like, work is more important than my children. Then again, you never know. I can't even say that. I want to sit here and say, like, maybe they're working on some kind of breakthrough. And then I'm like, but, well, by whatever year this is, they're all dead and forgotten about and may or may not have been eaten by robotic dinosaurs.
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
That is a good question.
I mean, seriously? Record our thoughts for posterity? Great idea, Director Evans. Like, I haven't done enough for posterity already. Like, I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go.
Well, I mean, for the most part, just listening to their thoughts and
Machu
whatnot.
Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did. Why didn't I go with Owen when he asked? Stupid. Should've gone. Well,
I was just about to say, like, something big had to have happened here. But regardless of everything, for the most part, they seem to have died in their sleep. So, it wasn't all bad.
And pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. I mean, death. I'm sorry. It's been a while. Oh, these meds Johnny gave us are really something. So, okay, from the top, kids. Hail Mary, full of grace.
and maybe that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened and you were standing there.
And I noticed something about, like, a lot of these people. They have the same interface
I had to look away or you couldn't
device
see.
on their heads as
On my
Aloy.
face. What
I...
had just
Foreshadowing? I'd like to think it is.
It was just an instant that I knew we'd be.
He found me. Ross found me. Down here. I'm coming. I'm coming.
I don't want to skip the scene.
Mother be praised. Come, girl. Take my hand. You don't belong down there. Come. Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I fell in.
They are of the metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
Can I just take a minute to appreciate how
Give it to me.
fucking absurd and awesome
No.
Aloy. Such
at the
things are
same
dangerous.
time that
No!
Roust's beard is? This guy has like a cruller just attached to his chin. That is like... What more can be said about that? Nothing. So I'm gonna shut up now.
If you're gonna go sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. But starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
Learn to hunt. This scene is pretty cool.
All these shapes. What do they mean?
Take your bow.
Bow?
And enough muttering to that plaything. We descend to the valley now. Follow. The wilds can be dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it. See this plant over here? It's called southbrush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch. Good. Now eat the berries.
Blech.
I don't want to eat the berries.
They may taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nor tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually.
Not really singing their praises, are you, Rost? Like, they usually keep us safe.
Further downriver, you'll find a herd of machines. I will teach you how to hunt.
Are they dangerous?
All machines are dangerous, Aloy. Their power must be respected. But I will be beside you. Aloy, a machine. There. Now stay low.
They don't
No, Aloy. Such machines are called watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still. Wait for it to pass. Now keep low and follow me across the trail to that tall grass. Oh, another one. Let it pass.
I don't even see the second one. What are you talking about? Where? Oh, okay. You can see this path. Pretty cool.
Come, back this way. The slower you move, the quieter you'll be.
Wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a minute, whoa. I'm sorry, did it just show its weaknesses? That is important information. Its eye is its weakness, and it also looks like it's weak to electricity.
That's the last one. Let's move on.
It's weird the crouches
You did well. They didn't see or hear
square
you.
instead of like L3 or something.
Now stay close. That herd should be just
What is
ahead.
L3? Oh, L3 is sprint, and R3 is this little scanning thing. I don't know. Any button other than square would have worked. I don't think it should have been a face button at all.
Who's that?
That's just a small aside.
Ignore him.
But why is he up there? He's smiling at us.
First of all, this guy looks like he'd be better suited up as a character in Far Cry.
We are outcasts, and he is of the tribe.
Maybe he doesn't
Which
like
works
the tribe.
considering latest Far
And he is
Cry
a fool.
was about like
Come
native
now.
stuff.
Let's find that herd. Follow.
Was that the last Far Cry, or was that like I don't really remember. It was a Far Cry. Like Far Cry Feral or something like that. I don't remember.
There. See them? These are called striders. Ha! Get!
Why'd you chase them off?
Why?
To show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see.
Now this is the point where Ross tells you to collect rocks and whatnot. So I'm just doing that. I'm gonna preempt him.
Now, I want you to find some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them. Those will do. Follow. There's the herd. All right. It's time to throw some rocks.
I like
The
how
rocks can't hurt
everything just
machines,
changed.
right?
Like the
No,
lighting just
but they can
changed
distract them.
to a
Draw
completely
them
different
into
time of the day.
traps. Like that watcher over there. They must be dealt with, or it will warn the herd and send them running before we get in range.
Warn them. How?
The machines speak to each other, Aloy, unless they are first silenced. Now you stay here on the ridge. On my signal, throw rocks and draw the watcher over to me. Wait for my signal. Aloy, throw a rock near me.
Now that was brutal. I want my rock
There.
back though.
Come, girl, it's safe now. Harvest and kill so I can teach you how to make arrows. Good. Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there.
Already did.
Good. I see you've already gathered stalks of ridgewood. Use the stalks as arrow shafts, and metal shards for arrowheads. Good. You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need. Let's put those arrows to use. Follow.
I know it can't be heard through the microphone, but man, oh man, the PlayStation 4's controller speakers make the sickest sound
Grass.
when you pull back the bow and arrow. Like when you pull back
It's time
the
to make
arrow.
your first kill, Aloy.
It kind of adds to the experience.
Weaker machines. But even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study it. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable, like its eye. And you
This
guess
guy's got like a bear claw just stuck to his chin.
The canister on its back. Is that a weakness?
keep firing! You did well today, but you have much to learn. Tomorrow, we train again. What was that?
That boy. The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy, quick!
How was she able to figure out who exactly was calling for help at this distance just by the voice of a character she never heard speak? I'm just saying. I can't suspend my disbelief that far. This is a character she never even heard talk. He just smiled at her. All of a sudden, she's like, yeah, that's gotta be him. Because there's no way that anybody else would be out here. And the lighting changed again.
I can do nothing. It's only a matter of time before the machines find that boy and kick him to death. But if I shoot, it'll cause a stampede. It'll trample him.
But I can see the paths they take.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not.
Ross kind of sucks as a parental figure. At the very least, I would have been like, okay, well, if you're gonna go out there, you're gonna need the bow. He takes the bow in a fit of jackassery.
Can't let them see me.
Really, and we can only be described as a fit of jackassery.
Oh no. That watcher saw me.
And Aloy is dead.
Got to be careful.
At least there was a checkpoint, I think. She's got quite the arm on her for a 6-year-old child.
I need to see their paths.
I'm not even gonna say for like a 6-year-old girl because I don't even think most boys could have thrown a rock that far. Well, hell, if being an archer doesn't work out, she's got a bright future in football. Or baseball, or the hell, even basketball. Cause that was just pure and utter bullshit.
Almost there. There he is. can't let them see me. Hey,
What?
Who is this?
follow me.
We're out in the open. Took me a couple of seconds to realize that.
How do you know to avoid them?
Would have thought that at the very least, after this cut, like that cutscene, they would have thrown you into a patch of grass. Nope. Couldn't be bothered.
How is this possible?
Gotta ask too many questions. Do you want to get eaten by robot dinosaurs? Well, they don't eat, they kill, so.
So, it is no plaything.
Wait. Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy!
She saved me. I just wanted...
Boy! Seal your lips! They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless. Come now! Back to Mother's heart. And you... That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law.
This fucker
We'll go
does
home.
not shut up about tribal law.
Follow.
Despite the fact that you aren't
I know the
even
way.
a part of the tribe.
Seal your lips.
It's against tribal law. You're not even a part of the tribe.
Seal your lips.
That's a dickish thing to do.
Stay away, no mother.
Now, you have an interesting choice to make here. And I'm gonna make the same choice that I made in my last recording, just because it makes the most sense. It's like you've got confronting, you've got insight, and you've got, I don't know what the heart is, but I'm gonna go with like insight. Cause while aiming for the head and like hurting this kid might seem like what you would want to do in this situation, like right now, it's something that feels good now, but it's like you're never gonna earn the acceptance of the tribe by like hurting one of their members, especially as an outcast. But at the same time, I didn't want to drop the rock because I wanted it to convey as if like just because Aloy's not a part of the tribe doesn't mean you can just like fuck with her. So I went with the third option, knock the rock from his hands, because it conveys like if I wanted to hurt you, I could. I'm just gonna like I'm gonna show you how good my aim is by knocking the rock out of your hand as you're picking it up. And you basically just, you're gonna know that Aloy is not somebody to mess with. So that's my decision.
Hey.
Children, away from there. Back to picking berries.
You're bleeding. Let me have a look.
If this was a Telltale game, it would be like
Hold still.
Dickwad would remember that.
Why?
Because I'm sure he's a character that comes up later in the
Why
game.
am I an outcast?
They wouldn't do that like close up to like his face and have
Who
him all
was my mother?
Aloy,
like
I told you
somewhat
before,
not
that's
generic.
Not for us to know. You were just
I
a
feel like he's
newborn when the
probably
matriarchs
gonna be
brought
like a
you to me.
bad character
So the
later
matriarchs,
on.
they know?
It's not so simple.
Cause no good character throws
But
rocks
they
at little
know.
girls.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care.
He's making like
How do I
every
do it?
excuse in the book
Tell me.
to
The
not
proving.
tell
The
her
tribe's
how to
rite of
do it.
passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
Boom?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see. We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard. And it will take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
Why does Rost kind of look like an older, like an older, slightly fatter Jared Leto? It took me a while to really see that. But it's like one of those things that once you notice, you can't unsee it. He's not even fat, it's just like the character's faces are just round for some reason. Now, there's one thing that I don't really like about this montage. It's pretty cool, but it could have showed a little bit more of a passage of time kind of thing. You don't really see much of a passage of time because you don't really see it go through the seasons because it already looks like it could be all 4 seasons at once. And then that. Like Aloy goes from like 6 years old to, if I were to guess, like in her late teens maybe. And I just missed that reference that they made a little earlier about her becoming a brave. It's like, can Disney sue? I mean, red-haired archer becoming a brave, I mean, Disney has grounds to sue, right? Right? They sue for everything else.
Rost? Rost? Rost?
Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
Okay, I guess this is where I should honestly leave it off because I'm not sure if things are still recording. So this is kind of just like early installment weirdness. So this has been Horizon Zero Dawn. I hopefully will be putting a lot more episodes of the Let's Play on this channel, or probably make a separate gaming channel. I don't know. Only time will tell. But hey, this has been Nazo13, and well, if you like this kind of content, subscribe. Interact with the comments. I ain't got nothing better to do but interact with the comments. So shit, like, share, do whatever you want to do. and see you in the next episode. Peace.